You have been searching, longing, and sometimes even chasing the life you've dreamed of. You've wondered, when will it happen? When will I finally get there? But what if I told you the key is not lost, hidden, or far away? The key is already in your hands. The life you've been imagining is not somewhere out there. It's here, waiting for you to notice it, claim it, and open the door. You already have the key. This is the truth that can change everything for you. Yet so many spend their whole lives searching outside themselves, believing that someone else, something else, or some future moment will deliver the answer. But the truth is far more beautiful and empowering. You were born with everything you need to open the door to the life you desire. It has never been missing. It has never been out of reach. When you were a child, before the world taught you to doubt yourself, you acted from pure knowing. You didn't second guess whether you could laugh, play, or express yourself. You didn't ask permission to dream. That pure connection to your inner truth was the key, and it has always been with you. Over time, life experiences, disappointments, and the voices of others may have convinced you that the key was lost. But nothing could take it from you. It is part of your very being. The reason so many feel stuck is because they've been conditioned to believe that their worth, happiness, and success depend on outside forces. They wait for the right person to love them, the right job to accept them, the right amount of money to free them, or the perfect set of circumstances to make them feel whole. But waiting for life to unlock for you is like holding a key in your hand and staring at a locked door, convinced someone else must open it. The door opens the moment you turn the key yourself. So what is this key? It is the deep realization that you are already enough. It is the moment you stop searching for proof of your value and start living from the knowing that your value was never in question. It is the understanding that your thoughts, beliefs, and choices are the levers that shape your reality. Every time you choose faith over doubt, love over fear, gratitude over complaint, you are turning that key and stepping into more of the life you desire. The key is not about having all the answers. It is about trusting yourself to take the next step even when you can't see the whole path. It's about listening to your inner voice, that quiet yet persistent guidance that nudges you toward what feels right. You already know the next step. You may have been ignoring it, doubting it, or waiting for a guarantee, but it's there, waiting for you to act. Sometimes the key feels heavy because of the weight of past mistakes or the fear of failure. You might believe that because you've been hurt before, you must protect yourself by staying in place. But the truth is, the key works best when you use it despite fear. Courage doesn't mean you feel no fear. It means you decide that your dreams are worth moving toward anyway. The moment you take that first action toward what you want, you'll feel something shift inside. That's the door beginning to open. You may also find that the key works faster when you stop telling the story of why you can't. I can't, I'm not ready, or it's too late adds rust to the lock. But when you speak words like, I am capable, I am ready, and it's my time, you keep the key polished and strong. Your language shapes your reality, and the key is strengthened by every word that affirms your power. Another truth is that the key responds to gratitude. When you give thanks for what you already have, you send a signal to life that you are ready for more. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's abundant, and in that shift, the door to more abundance naturally opens. It's not a trick, it's alignment. You become a match for the life you dream of when you see yourself as already living in the flow of blessings. And here's the most powerful part. The more you use the key, the more doors it opens. The first door might lead to a small shift, little more confidence, a bit more clarity. But that door leads to another and another until one day you realize you are living inside the very vision you once thought was so far away. So stop looking for the key outside yourself. Stop believing that someone else has to hand it to you. It is in your heart, your mind, and your willingness to believe in your own worth. Hold it firmly. Turn it with faith. Step through the door. The life you've dreamed of is not in some distant future. It's right here waiting for you to claim it. And every time you doubt, every time you feel lost, simply remember you already have the key. You always have. Shifting from doubt to certainty is one of the most powerful transformations you can make in your life. Doubt keeps you standing at the edge of your dreams, looking at them from a distance, but never fully stepping into them. It whispers, what if you fail? What if you're not good enough? What if it doesn't work out? And when you listen to that voice long enough, it begins to feel like truth. But doubt is not truth. It's a habit of thinking that has been built over time. Certainty, on the other hand, is the decision to believe in your vision so completely that the idea of it not happening no longer fits into your mind. Certainty is not about ignoring challenges or pretending life is perfect. It's about choosing to believe that no matter what obstacles come, you will find a way forward. It's a knowing that lives deeper than the temporary storms you face. When you make that shift from doubt to certainty, your energy changes. You carry yourself differently. You speak differently. You attract different experiences because your belief has aligned you with the outcome you desire. The truth is, life responds to the energy you give it. When you operate from doubt, you hesitate. You second-guess opportunities. You prepare for failure more than you prepare for success. People sense that uncertainty, and the world mirrors it back to you. But when you operate from certainty, you move with conviction. You say yes to possibilities. You prepare for success as if it's inevitable, and life mirrors that back to you as well. The shift begins inside your mind. You can't wait for life to give you proof before you believe. You must decide to believe first. Waiting for everything to be just right before you feel confident is like waiting for a seed to grow before you plant it. Certainty is the soil in which your dreams take root. It nourishes them, sustains them, and gives them the strength to grow even when you can't yet see the results. It's important to recognize that doubt often comes from conditioning. Perhaps you were told that dreaming big is unrealistic, or you were surrounded by people who gave up on their own visions. Maybe you faced setbacks that made you question your abilities. But none of that defines your potential. Those were moments, not definitions. You are free to choose a new story, one where you see yourself as capable, deserving, and ready. One way to move from doubt to certainty is to make a decision and stand by it. Every time you choose to commit to a goal and act on it, you send a message to your subconscious mind that you are serious. Action is a powerful antidote to doubt. Even small steps can build momentum, and that momentum strengthens your belief. You start to see progress, and progress makes certainty feel natural. Another way is to speak as though your dream is already yours. Language shapes belief, and belief shapes reality. When you speak about your desires as if they are far away, you reinforce the idea that they are separate from you. But when you speak as though they are already on their way, when you say, I am building my dream, I am becoming the person I want to be, I am living in alignment with my vision, you train your mind to see them as inevitable. Surrounding yourself with certainty is equally important. The voices you listen to will influence your own inner voice. Spend time with people who believe in possibilities, who speak of dreams as though they are achievable, who see challenges as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. The environment you choose can either feed your doubt or fuel your certainty. There will be moments when fear tries to pull you back into doubt. This is natural. Certainty is not about never feeling fear. It's about not letting fear decide for you. You can acknowledge fear without obeying it. You can hear its voice without handing it the steering wheel. The more you practice choosing in favor of your dreams despite fear, the more natural certainty will feel. And finally, trust plays a huge role in this shift. You don't need to know every detail of how your dream will unfold. Certainty is not about controlling every step. It's about trusting that the steps will appear as you move forward. Trust says, I don't know exactly how, but I know it will happen. That kind of faith invites solutions and opportunities you could never have predicted. Shifting from doubt to certainty is not a one-time decision. It's a daily practice. Every thought, every choice, every word is a vote for either doubt or belief. Choose belief. Stand in it. Let it guide you. And soon you will see that what once felt far away begins to show up in your reality. Because when you move with certainty, the world cannot help but respond in kind. Gratitude is more than just saying thank you. It is a powerful shift in perspective that changes the way you experience life. It is the act of focusing on what is already good, already working, and already present instead of dwelling on what's missing. When you live in gratitude, you align yourself with the flow of abundance. You stop chasing blessings and start noticing that they have been surrounding you all along. This awareness doesn't just make you feel better. It literally unlocks more for you. Think of gratitude as a key that opens invisible doors. The more you practice it, the more you begin to see opportunities where you once saw limitations. Your energy changes when you are grateful. You radiate openness and positivity, and that energy is magnetic. People are drawn to it. Life responds to it. It's not a coincidence that those who live with a grateful heart often seem to attract more good things. Gratitude naturally expands what it focuses on. When you focus on lack, you strengthen lack. You begin to notice more reasons to feel frustrated, more things that seem to be going wrong. But when you focus on blessings, you train your mind to look for more of them. What you appreciate appreciates. It grows in value, in presence, and in your awareness. The things you give your attention to are the things that multiply in your life. Gratitude also changes the way you handle challenges. It doesn't mean ignoring pain or pretending everything is perfect. It means finding the lesson, the growth, or the hidden gift within a situation. Even in difficult moments, you can say, I may not understand why this is happening yet, but I am grateful for the strength it is building in me. This perspective keeps you from getting stuck in resentment or hopelessness. It allows you to move forward without carrying the heavy weight of bitterness. Another truth about gratitude is that it shifts your vibration instantly. You can't be in a state of deep gratitude and also feel fear, jealousy, or anger at the same time. Gratitude is an elevated emotion. It pulls you into the present moment, out of worry about the future or regret about the past. It reminds you that right here and right now, you are already surrounded by gifts. Even the smallest things, a warm meal, a kind smile, a comfortable place to rest, can fill your heart when you pause to truly appreciate them. Gratitude also strengthens your relationships. When you express genuine appreciation to the people around you, you nurture connection and trust. People thrive when they feel seen and valued. By acknowledging the good in others, you encourage more of that goodness to come forward. Relationships built on gratitude feel lighter, warmer, and more supportive. One of the most powerful ways to practice gratitude is to make it a daily ritual. Start and end your day by naming at least 3 things you are thankful for. Write them down or speak them out loud. They don't have to be grand achievements. They can be as simple as the sunlight coming through your window or the fact that you woke up to a new day. The more consistent you are, the more natural this mindset becomes. Gratitude also works beautifully when paired with visualization. Instead of only being thankful for what you already have, practice being thankful for what you are calling in as if it is already yours. Say, I am grateful for the abundance flowing into my life. Or I am grateful for the opportunities that are finding me now. This blends the power of gratitude with the power of belief, creating a strong magnetic pull toward your desires. It's important to remember that gratitude is not a one-time feeling. It's a lifestyle. It's a choice you make over and over again, no matter what is happening around you. There will be days when it's easy to feel grateful, and there will be days when it feels like nothing is going right. Those are the moments where gratitude becomes even more important. Choosing to focus on even one small blessing in the middle of a storm can shift your entire emotional state and open the door for solutions to appear. When you live with gratitude, you discover that you were never truly lacking. The more you focus on the abundance you already have, the more life reveals just how abundant it can be. Gratitude doesn't just make you feel better. It transforms the energy you bring to every situation, and in doing so, it unlocks more joy, more opportunities, and more blessings than you ever imagined. Fear has a way of making itself feel like truth. It tells you stories about what could go wrong, about how you might fail, about how it's safer to stay exactly where you are. It dresses itself up as protection, whispering that it is only trying to keep you from getting hurt. But in reality, fear's main job is to keep you from growing. It builds walls around your potential, convincing you that those walls are safety, when in fact they are limits you have accepted. The truth is, everyone feels fear. Even the most confident, successful people you can imagine have moments of uncertainty and doubt. The difference is not that they are fearless. It's that they act in spite of fear. They understand that courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to move forward anyway. Waiting for fear to disappear before you take action is like waiting for the ocean to stop making waves before you go swimming. You will be waiting forever. Acting despite fear begins with changing how you see it. Fear is not your enemy. It's a signal. It often shows up when you are about to step into something new, something bigger than your comfort zone. Instead of seeing fear as a stop sign, you can choose to see it as a guidepost, pointing toward an area where growth is waiting for you. That doesn't mean the path will be easy, but it does mean it will be worth it. The moment you take even the smallest step toward what you want, fear begins to lose its power. Fear thrives in inaction. It grows when you sit and replay all the worst-case scenarios in your mind. But the moment you act, make the call, send the message, take the class, say yes to the opportunity, fear has less space to live in your mind. You replace it with evidence that you can, in fact, handle more than you thought. You may think you have to feel completely ready before you take action, but readiness is a myth. No one ever feels 100% prepared for the next big step. The truth is, you grow into readiness by doing the thing you are afraid of. Every time you face fear, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than it. Over time, this builds confidence, and confidence makes future fears feel smaller. Another important truth is that fear often exaggerates the danger. It's like a storyteller that takes a simple challenge and turns it into a dramatic tale of disaster. But when you actually face the thing you were afraid of, you usually find it's not as bad as you imagined. Most fears live only in your thoughts, not in reality. One way to weaken fear is to focus on your why. Ask yourself, why do I want this? Why does it matter? When your vision and purpose are strong enough, they can pull you forward even when fear is pushing back. Your desire to grow, create, and live fully can become louder than the voice of fear. It also helps to break your actions into small steps. You don't have to leap over the mountain. You just have to take the next step in front of you. Fear loves to overwhelm you by making the whole journey seem impossible. But when you focus only on the next action, the challenge feels manageable. Those small actions add up, and each one chips away at fear's hold. Surrounding yourself with support is another powerful tool. Fear often makes you feel alone, like no one else could understand what you're going through. But the truth is, countless people have faced similar fears and moved past them. By connecting with those who encourage and believe in you, you create an environment where courage feels natural. Remember that fear is not a sign you are weak. It's a sign you are human. Feeling fear means you are stretching yourself, reaching for more, and daring to step into the unknown. The goal is not to erase fear, but to master your response to it. Every time you act in spite of fear, you are building a habit of courage, and courage is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Soon, things that once seemed terrifying become normal, and you are free to pursue dreams that fear once convinced you were out of reach. You may never stop feeling fear entirely, but you can stop letting it decide the course of your life. You can thank it for trying to protect you and then move forward anyway. Because on the other side of fear is growth, freedom, and the life you've been dreaming of. And the only way to get there is to act. Even if your hands are shaking, your thoughts, words, and vision are the building blocks of your reality. Every day, whether you realize it or not, you are creating through them. What you think about consistently shapes the way you see the world. What you speak out loud reinforces those thoughts. And the vision you hold for your life acts like a compass, guiding your decisions and actions. When these three are in harmony, you create momentum toward your dreams. When they are out of alignment, you create confusion, delay, and mixed results. It all begins in the mind. Thoughts are the seeds of creation. Every idea, achievement, or transformation starts as a thought. If your thoughts are constantly focused on what you fear, what you lack, or why things won't work out, those seeds will grow into experiences that match those beliefs. The mind cannot focus on failure all day and then expect to create success. This is why mental discipline is so important. You have the power to choose your thoughts, to redirect them when they start drifting into negativity, and to feed your mind with ideas that match the life you want to live. From thoughts come words, and words are not just sounds. They are vibrations that carry power. When you speak about yourself and your life, you are setting directions for your subconscious mind. If your words are filled with self-doubt, criticism, or limitation, you are reinforcing those patterns. But when your words are filled with possibility, gratitude, and confidence, you begin programming yourself for success. The way you speak to yourself and others can either open doors or close them. Then there is vision, your mental picture of the life you desire. Vision gives your thoughts and words a destination. Without vision, your energy is scattered. You might think positively in one area of life and negatively in another, creating mixed results. A clear vision acts like a magnet, drawing you toward it. It helps you make choices that align with where you want to go instead of where you've been. Alignment happens when your thoughts, words, and vision are pointing in the same direction. Imagine wanting financial abundance, but constantly thinking about how broke you are. speaking about how expensive everything is and picturing a future filled with struggle. That's misalignment. The vision is abundance, but the thoughts and words are reinforcing lack. The energy is pulling in two directions, which slows down or blocks the results. To align them, you must become intentional. Begin with your vision. Decide clearly what you want and why you want it. See it in detail. Feel it as though it's already here. Then check your thoughts. Are they supporting that vision or contradicting it? If they are filled with doubt, shift them. Replace "I can't" with "I am finding a way." Replace "it's too hard" with "I am capable of figuring this out." Your mind will believe what you tell it most often. So tell it what you want it to believe. Next, listen to your words. How do you speak about your dreams? Do you speak as if they are far away, impossible, or dependent on luck? Or do you speak as if they are unfolding now? Practice using language that matches the outcome you desire. Instead of saying, "If this works out," say, "When this works out." Instead of saying, "I hope I can," say, "I am doing it, but." This subtle shift in language confidence and signals to your subconscious mind that you are committed. Finally, reinforce the vision daily. Visualization is a powerful tool, not because it magically makes things appear, but because it conditions your mind to expect success. The more familiar your desired outcome feels in your imagination, the easier it becomes to take action toward it in reality, and the easier it is to notice opportunities that align with it. When your thoughts, words, and vision are aligned, you create a consistent signal to life about what you want. This consistency builds momentum. Your actions naturally begin to match your inner state, and your results reflect that alignment. You no longer waste energy going back and forth between believing and doubting, between wanting and fearing. You are moving steadily toward your goal. The beauty of alignment is that it doesn't require perfection. You don't have to be positive every second of the day. You simply need to be aware and intentional often enough that the dominant energy you send out is in harmony with what you desire. The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes. When you align your thoughts, words, and vision, you step into the role of creator in your own life. You are no longer living by default. You are living by design. And life has no choice but to respond to the clarity and consistency you are giving it. Trust and presence go hand in hand. Trust is the inner knowing that life is unfolding exactly as it should, even when you cannot yet see the full picture. Presence is the ability to live fully in this moment instead of constantly reaching for the future or replaying the past. Together, they form the foundation for a peaceful, fulfilling, and empowered life. Without trust, the mind races with worry, always trying to control every detail. Without presence, you miss the beauty and opportunities that exist right here, right now. Trust begins with letting go of the need to know how everything will happen. The human mind loves certainty. It wants a clear plan, a guaranteed outcome, and a detailed timeline. But life rarely works in such a straight, predictable line. Often, the path to your dream is revealed step by step, not all at once. Trust is the willingness to take the next step without needing to see the whole staircase. It is believing that each move you make will lead you exactly where you are meant to be. This kind of trust doesn't mean you sit back and do nothing. It means you do your part with full intention and allow life to do its part in return. You plant seeds and nurture them, but you do not stand over the soil demanding that they sprout on your schedule. You understand that the process takes time and that the unseen work beneath the surface is just as important as the visible results. Presence is what allows you to enjoy the journey while those seeds grow. Too often, people put their happiness on hold, telling themselves, I'll feel good when I get there, when I have that, when things are perfect. But life is happening now, not someday. If you are always waiting for the future to feel at peace, you will miss the richness of this moment. And this moment is all you truly have. When you are present, you notice the small gifts life is offering you right now. The warmth of sunlight, the sound of laughter, the taste of your favorite meal, the kindness of a stranger, these are all pieces of abundance that exist in the present moment. Trust tells you that more is coming, but presence allows you to see that you already have so much. Trust and presence also free you from the grip of fear. Fear lives in imagined futures, things that haven't happened yet and may never happen at all. When you trust, you stop feeding those fearful visions. When you stay present, you return your focus to what is actually real in this moment. This shift instantly calms the mind and opens the heart. There will always be things you can't control, and trust means making peace with that truth. You can't control how other people act, what surprises life may bring, or the timing of every outcome. But you can control your response. You can choose patience over panic, acceptance over resistance, and faith over doubt. Each time you make that choice, you strengthen your ability to trust. Presence is a practice. Your mind will try to pull you into the past or the future again and again, but you can gently guide it back to now. You can do this by paying attention to your breath, noticing the sensations in your body, or simply asking yourself, what is real in this moment? You will almost always find that right now you are safe, and there is something to be grateful for. Trust is also a practice. It grows the more you look back and see how life has carried you through challenges before. You have already overcome difficulties that once seemed impossible. You have already been guidance of joy to joy and opportunity that you didn't plan. Each of those experiences is evidence that you can rely on something greater than fear to guide you. When you combine trust with presence, you create a space for life to surprise you in the best ways. You stop forcing outcomes and start allowing them. You move through your days with a calm confidence, knowing that the right people, opportunities, and answers will appear at the right time. And because you are present, you'll be ready to notice and receive them. You don't have to know the whole plan to trust that the plan is working. You don't have to wait for the future to start living fully now. Trust that life is guiding you. Stay present to the beauty and blessings all around you. This is how you unlock peace, joy, and the steady flow of good things into your life. One present moment at a time.